Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Sparta Board of Education special meeting, March 2nd, 2021. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Does somebody have the time for me? I don't have my watch on. 7:35. Thank you. At 7:35 p.m. Neve, would you please read the meeting notice announcement?
Sure. The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice of and to attend the meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting their interest is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with the provisions of this act, the Sparta Board of Education has caused notice of this meeting to be advertised by having the date, time, and place thereof posted at the Sparta Board of Education office, 18 Mohawk Avenue, as designated by the Board of Education for posting of such notice in a public place. Written notice was emailed on February 25th, 2021 to the Daily Record and the New Jersey Herald. Written notice was emailed on February 26, 2021 to tapintosparta.net and to the Township Clerk specifying the date, time, and place of this meeting.
Roll call, please.
Mrs. Bragg?
Here.
Ms. Grana? Mrs. Grano?
Here.
Mr. McGovern?
Here.
Ms. Madison? Mr. Morris? Dr. Serrano?
Here.
Ms. Sorensen? Dr. Zawicki?
Present.
Thank you. Please join me in saying the pledge. Thank you. We're moving right into public comments. Do we have any public comments this evening? Rachel, do we have anybody on the phone? Okay, do we have any email to us? So we have no emails. Anybody in person? Okay. Moving on from public comment. Personnel and Policy 5.1. We have, do I have a first? Motion?
Motion.
Thank you, Neve. Second. Thank you, Kurt. Discussion?
I would like to make a comment.
Go ahead.
It pleases me tonight that the board is going to be appointing Mr. Beck to be our next superintendent of schools. The phrase that sticks out for me, the interview process is supposed to be confidential, but I think that's gone now. The phrase that sticks out to me the most from the interview process is when Mr. Beck said, the triangulation of assessment, instruction, and curriculum as being the most important thing for student achievement. And this candidate is someone who understands curriculum and instruction, someone who's passed CUSAC multiple times, someone who was an assistant superintendent and not only advanced placement programs and increased equity and access to those programs at Sussex Tech, but also understands the career technical education side for kids who want to go with vocational pursuits. He's someone who has a track record of implementing RTI at the the K-8 level as well. So I'm very confident in this candidate, and I'm happy when the time comes to cast my vote as yes for this candidate.
Thank you, Dr. Zawicki. Do we have any other comments? Discussion? No. Okay. Mr. Smith, roll call, please.
Mrs. Bragg?
Yes.
Mrs. Grano?
Yes.
Mr. McGovern?
Abstain.
Mr. Morris? Dr. Serrano?
Yes.
And Dr. Zawicki?
Yes.
Motion carries. Congratulations, Mr. Beck. Mr. Beck, would you like to come up and say a few words to the board and to the public?
Good evening again, and thank you. I want to say thank you again to the Board of Education for the opportunity to serve as the Sparta Township Public Schools Superintendent of Schools. As a superintendent, I plan to work with the board, administrators, staff, and the community to build on Sparta's historical success and community pride as we work together to take our district to the next level. I would also like to take a moment to recognize the great work that Mr. McQueenie has done over the past couple of months. Mr. McQueenie has assumed the lead role of Sparta Township Schools through the most difficult time in the history of public education, and he should be commended for that, and I look forward to working with Mr. McQueenie. I look forward to working, as I enter the district and throughout my tenure, proactive communication will be paramount to our collaboration and achievement of our collective goals for the students of Sparta. I look forward to transitioning into my role over the next few months and continuing to learn about the successes, challenges, and needs of the Sparta Township school community through various public forums. Thank you again, guys. I look forward to working with everybody.
Thank you, Mr. Beck. Okay, left off of this agenda, but I will add quickly, do we have any new business we want to discuss? Any old business? Anything for good of the order? Oh, okay, let's move on to number 8.1, motion to adjourn the meeting. Do I have a first?
First.
Neve, thank you. Second?
Second.
Thank you, Vanessa. Kurt, you're slow tonight. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Motion carries. What time is it? 7:41. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.